Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to part 3 of Clay's tutorial from Wings of Fire. So in this portion we will be doing his legs. Okay. Now just so you know, I'm going to be doing one front leg with you and one back leg with you, and then you need to go and repeat and make them symmetrical. It's important that you make them symmetrical because the muscles will be popping out on, you want them to be popping out on the opposite sides of each leg. Okay, so they're mirror images of each other. You don't want to make two left feet or two left legs, okay? Just letting you know that now. Okay, so let's start with the front legs. Alright, so first we're going to make the little muffle piece. So I'm going to take the caramel band and I'm going to double loop it, okay? I'm going to go down 4 or 5 times here. So these are all double looped. Now I'm going to move to yellow. Okay. I'm going to double loop yellow. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to double loop the caramel bands across all of these. Like so. I'm going to cap off this one with the caramel band. Okay, dig down and we'll loop this whole thing. Remember, you always loop the top bands before the bottom bands. Okay, take 2 bands of any color and tie off this end, okay? Okay, we can use our hook and go from the bottom because these are double looped bands and we don't want them to break. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that is the muscle for the bottom portion of the front leg, this part here, okay? Alright, now let us do the top part, okay? So, double loop here. I'm going to go down 6 times with the double looped caramel. Okay. And I'm going to go down 5 times here. Okay, and I'm going to take that yellow, double loop that. And I'm going to double loop all these guys. I'm going to take 3 caramel bands and I'm going to put them here. Alright, so now we got to make our guy's foot, okay? So I'm going to take my claw color, which is gray, wrap it around my hook, creating 5 loops. double loop a gray. Now my foot, I'm going to be making the skin tone brown. Okay, you can do it a different brown if you want. I'll double loop that skin tone brown and pull gray onto it. Okay, so this is one toe. Push that down. We're going to make another toe that's a little bit longer. So again, doing the gray. And then we're going to do 2 skin tone browns instead of just one. So double loop one and pull on, and double loop another and pull on. Okay, we're going to make another toe the same size as this one that we just did. So again with the gray. Okay, and then we got to make one more that's the same size as the first toe, okay? It's a little bit shorter. Like that. Now I'm going to take 2 of my skin tone brown, and I'm going to pull all of them onto the 2 bands. Like that. Push that down onto your hook. I'm going to take 3 skin tone browns and wrap them around my hook 3 times, creating 3 loops with them. Okay. Reclaim those 2 loops back on, and I'm going to take 3 more of my skin tone. And pull all of that onto there. Okay, and reclaim the loops, and I'm going to wrap them around this peg like this. Okay, this is his foot. Okay, so it looks like that. And now I'm going to loop up this next set, the caramel set. Okay, you're going to take that little muscle piece, and you're going to flip it so the cap band is up and the yellow is on the same side as this yellow. Okay, go through the cap band and wrap it around here. Okay, you're going to dig down and you're going to loop diagonally and up. Okay, now you want to lift this piece up, and now you're going to go through the corner yellow band, so the 2 loops in the corner. The same thing we were doing before on the head, the corner sets. Okay, loop. Then we can loop up twice here, like that. And now I'm going to go through the corner sets of the caramel here. Okay, the ones right next to the cap band. You don't want to miss any sets as we stitch up. I'm going to loosen him up a little bit, like that. Now we're going to go to the next set here, which is the next yellow. Loop up, try not to break the bands. Actually going to lift that just so that they don't break. You don't have to do that unless they look like they're going to snap, just to save the bands from snapping. So we're just attaching the corners each time, okay? And as we go, we can lift him up a little bit at a time, just to keep the tension from making the bands break. And this is always why I use Rainbow Loom bands, because other cheap brands will break easier. Okay, loop up. Alright, this guy's looped around, let's loop him up. Let's lift him up a little more. Alright, wrap this last set of yellow around here and loop up. And this side, loop a set of caramel around. and loop up. And now go through the loops here, wrap around and loop up. And through the loops here. Oops, missed some. You can take the tying bands off as you go if you want to. I'll just take them off afterward. Loop up once more. Okay, I'm going to use a different color to tie off these two ends. Okay, so we are halfway done with the front leg. Okay, so it looks like this, right? Okay. Now we're going to work on the top of the leg. Okay, we did the bottom, now we're going to do the top. So, I'm going to take 2 Cocos. Okay, so 2 Cocos. Oh, wait, no, sorry, these go here. 2 Cocos there, 2 there. And now I'm going to double loop the orange. Okay, so now we're doing orange on the upper part of the leg. So I'm going to double loop orange 4 times. 3 and 4. Okay, I'm going to double loop Cocoa here. So double loop there, there, double loop the orange. Okay, now I'm going to take 2 orange, 2 here. This will kind of give the leg a little bit of bulk. I'm not going to use those, those are too stretched out. Don't use bands that are too stretched out, okay? Now we're going to double loop orange, double loop orange again, double loop again, and one more time here. And now we're going to double loop the Cocoa. Oh. Okay, hold on, let me just check my diagram because I think I just mixed the colors up for a second there. Hold on. I have the pictures somewhere. Oh, okay, this we actually just want the one. Okay, so take off these and then this guy here. So we just want it like that. We're going to take off this guy because this we want to be brown. So double loop of brown here. Sorry about that. And then lift that back on. Take these off. Take this guy off and turn this into brown too. Put that back on. Okay, like that. And then we can replace the double looped horizontal there and here. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Okay, now we can continue this. Alright, I'm going to cap off here with an orange by wrapping it around, creating 4 loops. Okay, now this is the muscle for the upper portion of the front leg. Right, so up, Take 2 bands and tie off your ends. And gently lift this off. Okay. Alright, now we're going to do the rest of the portion of the top. Okay, so taking 2 cocos here and here. Okay, double loop a coco here, double loop a coco here, and here, and here. And now take double looped orange, go down 3 times here, 2, 3, and go down here. 3, I'm going to go down 4 times here. Okay, now take 2 orange at a time. Like that. Okay, now we're going to double loop our orange. Fix this guy, he's all twisted up. Okay. Anyway, double loop orange here and here. Then take the cocoa and double loop that there. Okay, now you're going to take the bottom portion of the leg, hold it this direction. You're going to go through the caramel bands and you're going to pull off the tying band here and you're going to wrap it around this peg. Push down. Okay, same thing with this one. Wrap it around. Make sure it's pushed down. We're going to lift up the top 2 bands of each set. Then I'm going to take a double looped orange and place it across here. And then I'm going to replace the loops. Okay, now I'm going to loop up. Like that. Okay, take your muscle piece. Oops. You're going to flip it like this. Okay, go through the cap band and wrap that around this peg and then loop up. Okay. Then you're going to kind of lift it and take the bottom corner loops, wrap them around this peg, and then loop this diagonal set. And then loop 3 times up the middle. Okay, now I'm going to lift up a little bit off of here. Okay, go through the next set and line around the corners and then loop up. Okay, same thing on this side. Lift up a little more. Okay, go through the next corner sets, loop up. Lift off. Okay, then we want to loop up this guy. Don't forget to do this guy or you'll be sad. Okay, lift up a tiny bit more. Okay, the brown loop up, and on this side, orange, just the corner loops, and loop up, and then we want to attach these loops completely on. So I'm going to pull off the tying band, wrap around, and loop up. Same thing on this side. Pull off the tying band, wrap around, and loop up. And I can retie the tying bands around this part. Gently lift. Okay, so there is one front leg. Okay. Now, you should go back and make the second one, okay? Make sure it's opposite of the first one, okay? So you have two opposite, the muscles are, oops, facing the opposite direction, okay? Alright. Okay, so you made two front legs. Now we're going to do the back legs, which are mostly orange. Alright, so we want to double loop our orange bands. Okay, so double loop orange. Okay, now I'm going to double loop yellow to here. Oh, and you know what? We want to put one more orange here. Okay, and then yellow here. And then orange to here. Alright, double looping orange across all of these. Like that. And I'm going to cap off with an orange band by wrapping it around this peg, creating 4 loops. Alright, then we're going to dig down, loop up the diagonals. Okay, and tie off these two ends. This one and this one. And then gently lift off. Okay, tiny muscle. Alright, now we're going to double loop again with the orange. Five times. These are all double looped so far. Okay, then take 3 orange bands. And double loop. Okay, now we're going to make his back leg, or his back foot, rather. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take the toenail color, which is gray, wrap it around your hook, creating 5 loops. Double loop of gray, pull it on, reclaim, then take an orange, double loop, pull on, reclaim, take another orange, double loop, pull on, reclaim, and take one more, double loop, pull on, reclaim. Alright, now we're going to make a toe that's 1 length longer with the orange, okay? So we're just doing the same thing. Okay, push down. Okay, this toe is the same length as the one we just did. So 4 double looped oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, you want to double loop an orange and pull them all onto that double looped orange. 2. Oh, oops. We forgot to do another toe. Put them back on. Sorry. We have one more toe to do. Another short one, like the first one we did. Here. What am I doing? Double loop an orange, pull them all on. Sorry, so you should have 4 toes pulled onto that double looped orange. Push down, then you're going to take 2 orange and wrap around, creating 3 loops. Reclaim that loop of the double looped band. Okay, and now we're going to double loop another orange. And pull that all onto there. Reclaim. Okay. Let me just check my thing. Okay. Okay, now we're going to take another double loop. Pull that on, but then we're going to push it down and put something through this other loop, like a pencil or something, to hold it. We're going to make a tiny thumb, taking a gray, wrapping around, creating 5 loops, then double looping a gray, and pulling that on, and reclaiming, and then taking an orange, double looping it, pulling that onto there, and reclaiming. Then taking the loops from the pencil and putting them back on. Alright, and then we're just going to double loop another orange, pull that all onto there. Okay, like that. Okay, so that is the back foot. Okay, now I'm going to wrap this around this peg. And then I'm going to loop up these 3 bands. And here I'm going to take the mussel, flip it this way, make sure the yellow is on this side, the same side as this yellow. Go through the cat band, wrap the cat band, dig down and loop up these 2 and these 2. Lift, go through the bottom corners. Okay, loop the yellow first, then the orange here. Okay, then we want to wrap around this peg here, so go through these corner loops on this side, wrap around there, loop up. We always go in order when we wrap those. Okay, I'm going to lift up the foot a little bit so I don't stress out the bands. Wrap the yellow and loop up. Okay, lift up a tiny bit more. Okay, so I'm just tying off with random bands here. Okay, then I want to very carefully lift. Do not snap the bands. Okay, cool, so this is what it looks like. What I'm going to do before we do the top portion of the leg is first I'm going to take off the black tying bands. Okay, and then I'm going to go through the second orange here, which is one lower actually, second orange here, and second orange here. This is optional, you don't have to do this. I'm just going to tie the toes together a little bit by taking an orange and just pulling it through all of these, and then just wrapping it around the edge toes, kind of like how you did the poodle foot, if you did the poodle like that. Okay, just to keep the toes a little closer together. That's completely optional, okay? And now let's do the upper part of the foot, okay? Alright. So I'm gonna take okay, 2 cocoa, and I'm gonna double loop a cocoa, double loop a cocoa, take 2 orange here and here and here, okay. Now double loop the orange here and 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 here. Wrap around, creating 4 loops. Double loop the orange across all of these. Okay, now we're going to loop this. This is the muscle for the upper portion. Then take whatever color tying band and tie off the ends. And now we're going to do the last part. Okay. So, 2 cocos. 2 cocos here. 2 orange. 2 orange. 2 orange. 2 orange. Double loop of cocoa here and here and here and here, and now we're going to double loop the orange. So 1, 2, 3 times here, and 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to double loop to here. Alright, now we're going to double loop a cocoa here. We're going to double loop an orange here. And here. And here. Now I'm going to take this back leg piece, okay? We're going to go through these loops on this side and pull off the tying band. Wrap them around here, okay? So the leg looks like that, okay? Toes are facing down. We'll do the same thing on this side. Wrap around here. And I'm going to lift off the top 2 loops here and take a double looped orange across here and then replace the loops. Okay, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to lift up these 2 and then these 2 and double loop an orange across there. Okay, just like this. Okay, now I'm going to dig down here, looping up this guy and this guy. Okay. So it looks like this, okay? Take your little muscle piece, go through the cap band, wrap it around the center here, whoops, and loop up 1, 2, 3, 4 times to there. Then you want to lift this piece and go through the corners of the first set on the side, wrap around this peg, loop up. Okay, same thing on the other side. Okay. And just continue to do that as we go up on the sides. Should get the hang of this by now, hopefully. And as we go, we can gently lift off the leg. Okay, and we're going to attach the final sets. Okay, so just go through these loops and you can take off the tying band and wrap it around up. Oops. I just pinched that down a little bit, so that didn't just ruin it. Okay, and tie off with whatever color, it doesn't matter. Yay! So there is one back leg, so you need to go back and make the second one. So you have 2, and like I showed you before, you can always adjust the direction of the foot to face the way you want by like putting your hook through and tugging, okay, like that. Alright, so make your front legs, back legs, make sure they're opposite, okay, and then go on to the next part. See you over there, everyone.